Hello everyone. In the power generation, we have conventional and non-conventional sources. Main conventional sources are thermal power plants, hydroelectric power plants and nuclear power plants. In the last class, we have seen thermal power plant in working in detail. In this video, we can see working of hydroelectric power plant and a nuclear power plant. First one is hydroelectric power station. A generating station which utilizes potential energy of water at high level for the generation of electricity is called hydroelectric power station. The main advantages of hydroelectric power station are, as the fuel is water, it requires no fuel, and it is quite neat and clean source as there is no smoke or ash is produced, and the running charges are zero or small as the water is the fuel, and it is comparatively simple in construction and less maintenance, and it requires only short starting time. In case of thermal power plants, the coal is to be preheated or heated to a temperature and pressure so that it requires a large starting time. But in hydroelectric power plant, starting time is less or negligible, so it is used as a peak demand plant to meet the peak demands. And it is robust and has longer life, and also it functions to help the irrigation and controlling of floods. And even though it requires skilled persons at the time of construction, while it is running, only few experienced persons are required. The main disadvantages are it involves high capital cost as it requires the construction of dam, and there is uncertainty in the availability of water, and there is the skilled and experienced hands are required at the time of installation of the plant, and the transmission cost will be high as the water will be available in hilly areas, or dam will be constructed in hilly areas, so transportation cost will be high. This is the schematic arrangement of a hydroelectric power plant. A hydroelectric power plant consists of a reservoir or dam which stores the water and creates the sufficient water head. Dams are built with concrete or stone masonry depending on the topography of the site. And some additional parts, hydraulic structures are spillways, headworks, surge tank, penstock, etc. Spillways are additional path for diverting the water from dam to another reservoir or other river when the flow of the river dam exceeds its storage capacity. Like Cherdoni Dam is a spillway for Idukki Dam. So, while the storage capacity of the dam increases, the spillway is opened so that the excess water will be diverted to the river or some additional reservoir. At the bottom, another part is headwork. Headwork is, we know that while water is running, there will be lot of sediments present in the water. These sediments should not reach the turbine. So, in order to divert these sediments from the water, headworks are used. Sediments can be removed by using headworks. These spillways and headworks are not shown in the figure. Then there is pressure channel which will take the water from dam to the valve. Usually pressure channel will be through the mountain. And there is penstock. Penstock is a closed conduit, or it can be open, usually closed conduit which carry water to the turbines. They are usually made with reinforced concrete or steel. And Another important part of hydraulic power plant is surge tank. Surge tank is a pressure regulating arrangement. When the load is steady, there is no need of surge tank, or there is no problem with the pressure in the penstock. But if the load is less, if we are closing the valves at the powerhouse, there will be a large inrush of water in the penstock, and the pressure in the penstock increases, and that may cause bursting of the penstock. At that time, the water in the penstock moves to the surge tank, and the water level in the surge tank increases, and which reduces the pressure in the penstock. And also when the load increases, more demand of water can be met from the surge tank. So it acts as a surge regulator and protects the penstock from bursting due to high pressure. And there is water turbine. Water turbine can be two types, impulse turbine or reaction turbine. Impulse turbines are used for high head arrangements. When there is large head is available, it is used. And reaction turbines are used for low and medium heads. An example of impulse turbine is Pelton wheel arrangement, which is used in Idukki power station. And another example of reaction turbine is Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine. And after turbine, in the powerhouse, it consists of alternator and transformers. So potential energy at the water in the dam is converted to kinetic energy at the power turbine and then to electrical energy. This is the basic working of a hydroelectric power plant. The dam should be at a height so that it should have sufficient potential energy to meet the load. Next is nuclear power station. A generating station in which nuclear energy is converted into electrical energy is known as nuclear power station. Main advantages are the amount of fuel required is quite small. From the small amount of fuel itself, we will get a large amount of power. Since fuel required is small, transportation cost is also less. And also less space is required as compared to other types. And it has low running charges as the fuel required is small. So it is very economical for producing large amount of electrical power. And it can be located near the load centers because it does not require water or dams or coal mines, etc. And it can nuclear fuels can be transported to anywhere. And there are large deposits of nuclear fuels available all over the world, and it ensures continuous supply of electrical energy for thousands of years. It ensures the reliability of operation. The disadvantages are the fuel used is expensive and it is difficult to recover. The capital cost on nuclear power plant is high as it is as compared to other types of plant, and the erection and commissioning of plant requires high technically knowledge persons. And the main disadvantage is the fission byproducts are generally radioactive and it may cause dangerous amount of radioactive pollution. And the maintenance charges are high, and as the trained persons are required, salaries of the trained persons are high. The nuclear power plants are not well suited for varying loads. If there are variation in loads, the reactor does not respond to the load fluctuations immediately. The disposal of byproducts, which is radioactive, is a big problem, and It has to be disposed in deep trench in a sea or in a seashore. This is the schematic arrangement of a nuclear reactor, nuclear power generation system. It is similar to that of a thermal power system. Here also a steam turbine is used which is coupled to the generator and produces electricity. Here the steam is produced from the heat produced from the nuclear reaction. The main part are nuclear reactor, a heat exchanger, turbine, steam turbine and the generator. In the nuclear reactor, this is the structure of nuclear reactor. In the nuclear reactor, we have fuel rods. It will be uranium-235 rods and moderator and control rods. We know that the fission should be controlled. Otherwise, it will be an explosion. So, controlling the fission, we have moderator and control rods. Nuclear reactor is a pressure vessel and it consists of fuel rods. By bombarding the fuel rods with neutrons, we can the fission is produced. The moderator slows down the neutrons before they bombarded to the fuel rods. The control rods are cadmium and are inserted into the reactor. So cadmium is a strong absorber of neutrons. As the control rods are inserted into the reactor, it absorbs more neutrons and it moves pulled up, it releases neutrons. So depending on the requirement of the load, the control rod can be moved up or down. The power produced can be varied by moving up and down of the control rods. While fission is happened, the enormous amount of heat is produced. This heat is transferred to the heat exchanger by using a coolant and it will passes through a pipe inside the heat exchanger, and in the heat exchanger, by using that heat, the water is converted into steam. And this steam is given to the steam turbine, which is coupled to the generator to produce electrical energy. So, main part of the nuclear reactor is nuclear power generation is nuclear reactor, and all other parts are similar to that of thermal power station. This is the basic working of nuclear power generation. Thank you. We can see non-conventional sources like wind and solar power generation in the next class.